What's going on, everybody? It's your man Lucky. I'm back with another one, guys. Listen, guys, I want to talk about something, okay? I want to talk about self-discipline, okay? Listen, guys, being a man, you gotta be self-disciplined, okay? But not every man is self-disciplined, okay? You can be a man out here just living in chaos, okay? I know for a fact I've been there. I've done that, okay? I lived in chaos for a long time. Why? Just because I wasn't self-disciplined, okay? So my goal right now with this video is to kind of give you guys some tips, some tricks on how to be, a little more self-disciplined, help you guys reach your goals. I took notes, so, I apologize if I keep looking down at my notes, but I really don't want to forget anything because this is really, really important. Because I'm telling you, without self-discipline, you're not going to be able to reach your goals. Without self-discipline, trying to reach a goal, you're going to have to rely on luck. And that just ain't going to work out, okay? You can go scratch offs, play the lotto, whatever. Your chances of becoming successful, your chances at being the most masculine version of yourselves by not being disciplined, by relying on luck, is like the same as you winning, a jackpot. So y'all do what y'all want to do, okay? For those that want to be more self-disciplined, I got some things for you, okay? So first of all, being self-disciplined is the ability to control your feelings and overcome your weaknesses, okay? Also, the ability to pursue something despite temptation to abandon it, okay? So listen, guys, basically being self-disciplined is being able to focus on whatever your goal is and get it done without veering to the left or veering to the right, okay? That's just, you break it down, that's just really what it is. Just staying focused and removing everything else out of the way to get to where it is that you're trying to get, period. So one of the things, when it comes to self-discipline, guys, is you have to have a goal. What is your goal? What is your goal? Okay, you have to have a goal. You have to have a goal. You have to laser focus on that particular goal. Now, for you to reach that goal, there are certain things that you're going to have to do. And that's where the self-discipline comes in. You have to know what your goal is. You have to know what it is that you have to do in order for you to reach that goal. Okay, then you can look and see, based on the things that you need to do to reach that goal, how disciplined you're going to have to be. Okay, your level of discipline when it comes to reaching that goal is going to determine how successful you're going to be at reaching that goal, and also how long it's going to take you to reach that goal, period. You know what I'm saying? More than likely, the more disciplined you are, the faster you will reach that goal. And that's just what it is, okay? You have to prioritize that goal. Sometimes you're trying to do 2, 3, 4 different things at a time. You cannot stay self-disciplined if you're trying to do 4 or 5 different things at the same time. And the reason why is because some of the things that you may have to do for you to reach one goal may be different than some of the things that you have to do to reach another goal. And so what may happen is the 2 things that you have to do, like the things that you have to be disciplined to reach this goal over here versus the things that you have to do to stay disciplined to reach that goal over there, they can conflict. You understand what I'm saying? And so you can't reach like 2 goals at the same time when you have things that you have to do that conflict with one another. If you understand what I'm trying to say, okay? You have to choose one goal. You have to prioritize that goal, put all the other goals, put them to the side and laser focus on that one particular goal. Now, I'm not saying just throw those other goals away. No, that's definitely not what I'm saying. But you want to have goals such as like short-term goals, long-term goals, and things of that nature. But you have to prioritize your goals, okay? In order for you to stay focused and in order for you to stay on track with being self-disciplined, okay? The key in there, the key word is self. It's you. Nobody else is holding you accountable. And it's easy for us to just be like, oh, okay, I didn't do it today. I'll do it tomorrow. It's very easy because nobody's looking over your shoulder telling you, no, nope, you have to do. No, it's you. And we can be very, very easy on ourselves, okay? Being self-disciplined is hard. Reaching goals are hard. That's why you gotta stay disciplined. Choose a goal, make it a priority, and focus on it, period, okay? When you choose that goal, when you prioritize that goal, please make it an attainable goal, okay? If your goal is to lose, let's just say, 40 pounds. Take that goal and break it down into smaller increments, okay? Don't just say, hey, I want to lose 40 pounds, and now your goal is just to, drop the 40 pounds. Some people can do it, others can't. You know yourself better than I do, okay? Me, when it comes to fitness, you guys know that I work out. Fitness is very important to me. So yeah, I can say, I need to lose 40 pounds and, I can get it done, okay? But really in my mind, when I say that, I'm really breaking it down into smaller increments. Let me lose 5 pounds, boom. When I lose 5 pounds, I give myself a pat on the back because I accomplished the goal. My next goal is to lose 5 pounds. And then now I lose another 5 pounds. I've reached my goal, okay? You understand what I'm saying? I have smaller goals that are, once they are compounded and put together, it's what gets me to the bigger goal. But to reach that accomplishment of 40 pounds, it's going to be it's going to be more intense, it's going to be more of a struggle to lose that 40 pounds than it is to just keep losing 5-pound increments. You understand what I'm saying? So when you choosing your goals and you prioritizing your goals, make sure that your goals are attainable, period. You understand what I'm saying? Make sure they're attainable because, if not, you're just setting yourself up for failure, okay? You're going to crash and burn, okay? So make attainable goals and then prioritize them, okay? One of the things that will help you stay self-disciplined is your why. Why are you trying to reach this goal? Why? Why are you trying to reach this goal? You know what I'm saying? And you have to have a strong why. Okay, that's what it is. You just have to have a strong why. The stronger the why, the more disciplined you're going to be. Typically, if that why is about money, that's just not a strong enough why. It isn't, okay? To have a strong why, you have to attach that why to a person, okay? Attach that why to a person. And what I mean is, let's just say, you have kids, right? And you want to put your kid through college, okay? You put that why on that kid. I don't want to let my child down. My child wants to go to this particular school and I have to do whatever I have to do to make it happen. If I don't do it, then that means I let my child down, okay? And so that's going to help you focus and be more disciplined because you want to do what you want to do for your child, right? You have a parent. I have a parent. My mom is getting older. I want to be able to provide my mom with whatever it is she needs, you know what I'm saying, as she's getting older. You understand what I'm saying? So that's my why. You understand what I'm saying? My why is for my mother. If I don't stay laser focused and discipline myself to reach my goal, then that means I let my mother down. And I don't want to let my mother down. So every time I'm ready to give up, every time I fall off or I get off track, I just think about my mother and all of the things that she's done for me. And I'm like, I can't let her down. And so I have a strong enough why that helps me stay on track. It helps me stay focused. And it just helps me stay disciplined so that I can get that goal done. That's just what it is. So you have to have a strong enough why, guy, okay? Got to have a strong enough why, guys. You got to commit to being excellent, period, point blank. Don't go in halfway. This is not the hokey pokey. You do not put your left foot in, take your left foot out, put your left foot in and shake it all about. That's not what this is about. This is not the hokey pokey. We're not playing games. We are grown men, okay? We are grown men. This is what we do. We stay disciplined. Man, listen, you cannot be the most masculine version of yourself and you have no discipline. You don't have discipline. You got chaos, man. You got drama. You over here one day, you over there the next day. That's not the definition of masculinity. That's not how a masculine man moves, period, okay? You got to commit to being excellent. You got to be the best of the best, okay? Hold yourself accountable. That's just it. You have to be able to see where it is that you're trying to get, okay? Again, you're trying to lose some pounds. Vision yourself at that particular weight that you're trying to get to, okay? If you're trying to get to a certain waist size, right? If you know what waist size you want to be, you have to fully commit to it. What you have to do is, you got to be excellent at it. What you have to do is, if you know you're trying to go down 2 pant sizes or 3 pant sizes, right? Go ahead and start buying them clothes. Go ahead and start, because now you're putting the pressure on yourself. You're like, man, I done spent money on these smaller clothes right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm going from a triple X to a double X. I'm going from a double X to a single X to a large. Whatever size you're trying to start buying those clothes. You know what I'm saying? You holding yourself accountable. Start buying those clothes. You have to visualize the success. If you can see it, you can achieve it. And that's just what it is. Guys, I'm just giving some tips, some pointers to help be more self-disciplined so that we can reach our goals, okay? Say no to non-productive activity. Say no to non-productive activity. Anything that you guys are doing that is non-productive, get it out the way, please. If you sit down and you watch Netflix, you know what I'm saying, for 3-4 hours or whatever the case may be, I mean, what are you doing? What are you doing? You could be putting time and effort into reaching your goal, okay? So you have to be disciplined to get rid of any and all non-productive activity. It's just because it's just not productive, period. Remove all distractions. Whatever can get in the way of you consistently working on that goal, anything that can get you off track from reaching that goal, you have to get it out the way, period, point blank. Anything and everything you do when you set that goal and that goal is your priority, everything that you do needs to be working towards that goal. You'll get there a lot faster. Come on, you're trying to lose weight. Would you rather lose it in 2 months or 4? You dragging it out 4 months because you're not focused. You're not getting rid of the distractions. The distractions is the cheesecake. You understand what I'm saying? The ice cream, late night. You know what I mean? You got to get that stuff. You got to get the distractions out of the way, okay? Listen, man, get uncomfortable. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. It's okay to be uncomfortable, okay? If you would typically go to the gym, get on the treadmill and do an hour or so on the treadmill, 30 minutes, whatever the case may be, you woke up late today and you can't get to the gym and still get to work on time, go outside and jog, okay? Get uncomfortable. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. I might have to change that. Get uncomfortable and stay uncomfortable. That might be what I'm trying to say. Get uncomfortable and stay uncomfortable. If you can't go to the gym and get on the treadmill, you need to get outside and run through your neighborhood, but you're uncomfortable because you don't want the neighbors to see you. You don't want the neighbors to see you out there. You know what I mean? You hiding from them. That's why you go to the gym. You don't want nobody to, really see you. Nah, get out there and run through the neighborhood. Let all the kids see you. Oh, look at him. He chubby. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry. They'll see your progress. They'll see you 2 months later like, ooh, wow, I remember when he first came out here. You understand what I'm saying? Get uncomfortable and stay uncomfortable. But no, get comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's just what it is. You can't get to the gym. Don't make an excuse like I woke up late and I can't get to the gym today. Go outside. Run around the block 10 times. Run around the block 20 times. Whatever it is that you got to do. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable, period, okay? Recognize and remove all negative triggers. You understand what I'm saying? Me, I don't bring no junk food in my house, period. If it doesn't have, optimal nutritional value, it does not come into my house. What does that mean? Listen, a lot of times my refrigerator be empty. It's just what it is. Nothing but water in there. You understand what I'm saying? I don't bring nothing with that doesn't have any nutritional value. Some stuff I just got to stay away from because I know I'll be tempted. You know what I'm saying? It's a trigger. It's going to trigger me. So I don't bring no sweets. I don't bring no, snacks, potato chips and stuff like that. For me, I just stay away from it, period. It just is what it is. You got to be able to sacrifice short-term desires, okay, for long-term gratification, okay? Listen, guys, you got to be able to say no. You got to be able to say no now so that you can get to where you're trying to be later on. You understand what I'm saying? See, everything is short term. Everything is short term, short term. No, you got to think long term. You got to think, if I eat this cheesecake right here, that's 1,100 calories right now. How is that going to affect me in the long run? That might push your weight loss back 3, 4, 5 days. You know what I'm saying? 1,100 calories, depending on how you doing, what you doing in the gym, and how you eating overall, that could push you back. You understand what I'm saying? So you just gotta, that short-term desire, you gotta leave it alone for that long-term gratification. It is what it is. No different than when people go to school. You know what I'm saying? Me, I wanted that short-term desire. I didn't go to college. Well, I did go to college, but I didn't go to college. Let's just put it like that. I just wanted to hurry up and get a job. You understand what I'm saying? And so now I'm working. Yeah. While I knew a few people that did go to college. They put off that short-term gratification. Yeah, I had money. You know what I'm saying? I had a car before they did. I had money before they did. I had nice clothes and all that before they did. Guess what? I'm still at that job. I'm still at that job working. Guess what? They done got a job, made a whole lot of money, and are retired now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still getting up and going to that job. So that short-term gratification, that short-term desire, you know what I'm saying, for me to make that money did nothing for me in the long term. You understand what I'm saying? It just kept me working longer. I'm still working. You know what I'm saying? And they're retired. So you got to be able to put off the short-term desires for long-term gratification. A lot of people cannot do that. Okay, guys, when you start working on your purpose now, understand you're not going to get to where you're trying to be in a year from now, or 2 years from now, or 3 years from now. It may not be 5 years, 10 years down the line before you reach the goal that you're trying to reach. However, if you don't put away that short-term desire for that long-term gratification, you're never going to reach that long-term gratification, because you're constantly focusing on these short-term desires. And that's all you go, from short-term desire to short-term desire, and that's it. You never have nothing in the end, okay? So you have to be able to put off those short-term desires for that long-term gratification. It just is what it is, guys. Man, remove all temptation, okay? Listen, I'm going to tell you guys what I think our number one weakness is that apple pie, okay, guys? Listen, guys, if you know you got to get up and you got to go to the gym, and I'm sorry I keep using the gym, but I don't know, just you know that you have to do something 4 a.m., okay? And it's 11:30, 12, and hey, you got a young lady that's offering you that warm apple pie. Guys, if you know you're not going to be able to get up at 4 a.m. to get to the gym to do whatever it is you have to do, you're going to have to say no. You're going to have to say no to that temptation. It's just what it is. Because then what's going to happen is, of course, you're going to do it right, okay? And then you're going to get a call back, hey, I need that, okay? Then guess what? The next night you do the same thing. And guess what? The next night you do the same thing. You got to say no to temptation. Sometimes you just got to be like, listen, I got this goal that I'm trying to reach. We're going to have to ration that, okay? Because y'all know how we do for that apple pie. Y'all know how we do for that apple pie, okay? So you got to be able to say no. Know when to say no. That's just what it is, man. We got to remove them desires, man. Remove that temptation. That's just what it is. Guys, you got to punish yourself, okay? When you fall off track, you have to punish yourself. That's just what it is. It's self-discipline, okay? You have to punish yourself. Now, don't be too hard on yourself. You know what I mean? Don't just be so hard on yourself that it's not a lesson learned. You just saying to yourself, man, I can't do this. I give up. No, but you just got to hold yourself accountable. When you mess up, you got to man up and say, yo, you know what? I messed up. You got to be able to recognize where you messed up, how you messed up, and just hold yourself accountable. Try not to let it happen again. You understand what I'm saying? When you see that trigger, you got to recognize, man, last time this is what triggered me. I can't do that again. You understand what I'm saying? You go out to dinner, you eat a great meal. I don't know, maybe you calorie counting or whatever the case may be. And then they come up and say, oh, can I offer you, dessert? And they got all this kind of stuff. And you like, yeah, let me get the cheesecake. Let me get that chocolate, chocolate cake, whatever the case may be. And now you done, because you were calorie counting, eating the meal, now you didn't, everything that you accounted for in that meal, man, you done just messed it up with dessert. You know what I'm saying? You done messed it up with dessert. Now you got to hold yourself accountable, punish yourself. When you get into that gym the next day, you got to do a little bit extra. And guys, I'm not talking about just, I know I keep using the gym. Let's talk about finances, right? I'm talking about finances. You have a budget. You got to stick to that budget. That's being self-disciplined. You walk into the electronics store and they got the new phone out and they've been advertising the new phone. Man, I got to get that phone. I got to get that phone. Man, discipline yourself not to get that phone. The phone ain't going to do nothing but the same thing that the phone you got is already doing. But you want to keep up with the Joneses and get the latest phone. You know what I'm saying? You walking around the mall and you see the new sneakers that came out. Yeah, tennis shoes, whatever. And man, I want to go get those. I want to get those, man. Oh, those are hot. They just came out. I want to get them. For what? For what? If you have a goal, you need to always have a goal. So you got a goal, and that's just not in your budget to go spend however much money on those sneakers, on those tennis shoes. But guess what? You're going to go spend that money anyway. You have no self-discipline, okay? Now you set yourself back $200, $300, $400, $500. I don't know, you guys spending ridiculous money on tennis shoes. I've never done it, but you're spending ridiculous amount of money, and that's messing up your budget. If your goal is to save up X amount of money because, your goal is you want to take a trip somewhere, but, you got the goal, you got the date that you want to take the trip and all that. Now you're messing it up by going and buying tennis shoes or going to buy, the latest phone. You have no self-discipline. I'm just saying you're a weak man if you're not disciplined. That's just it. That's not a sign of masculinity, just being weak like that, guys. So, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to leave your success up to luck. You do not want to leave your success up to luck. In order to be self-disciplined, you have to sacrifice. You're going to have to make plenty of sacrifices. But this is what it means to be a masculine man, period, okay? When it comes to your emotions, please, guys, man, listen, you got to be disciplined when it comes to your emotions. That's just what it is, guys. Masculine men practice self-discipline when it comes to their emotions, period, point blank. Look, I don't want to get into it. I do have a tip, though. One of the things that I do to keep me on point when it comes to me being self-disciplined is I have a calendar. I have a calendar on my phone, and everything that I need to do throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month, everything is on that calendar. Everything that needs to be done. A lot of stuff, I have it broken down into time frames. Oh, at this time I need to be doing this. At this time I need to be doing that. At that time I need to be doing this. Sometimes I have to make adjustments based on, how the day is going. My work day, a lot of times it goes longer than I expect. Sometimes it goes a little bit shorter. I can move things around. But that's basically what moves my day. The first thing I do when I wake up, I look at that calendar. Okay, this is what time it is. This is what I need to be doing. And that's what helps me stay discipline. That's what helped me stay focused. That's what helps me stay on point. Whatever I do not complete in that day, I move it to the next day. You understand what I'm saying? No time wasting practices, man. If I waste time, I'm messing myself up. I'm not doing myself any justice. Okay, so you got to remove all time wasting practices so that you can get everything done. That's the trick. I'm giving y'all a tip. That's what I do. That's what I use for me to stay on point, to help me stay disciplined, so that I get it all done. All right, so I don't want this video to go long. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Y'all let me know in the comment section if I left anything out. Please let me know what you guys use, man. How y'all stay on point, how you stay disciplined, okay? And I'll catch y'all on the next one.